Hello everyone, welcome to Sai Niketan online classes. In this class, let us start the new topic, that is mathematical induction, right? So from this topic you have totally 6 marks for your exam. There is one question of 5 mark and one more is 1 mark question. Totally this topic having 6 marks, right? So here, to study this one mathematical induction, first we should know what is mean by mathematical induction and why we have to study this one. Before that, first we will see what is mean by mathematical induction. Mathematical induction is nothing but it is a process of proving the mathematical statement involving n terms, or it is the process of checking the validity of a given statement for all n belongs to the natural numbers. Okay, that is called mathematical induction. Mathematical induction is nothing but it is the process of proving the mathematical statements involving the natural numbers, and it has the some following steps. By using the following steps we are proving the mathematical statements, or by using those steps we are checking the validity of a given statement, right? That is called principle of mathematical induction. So here mathematical induction is nothing but it is the process of proving the mathematical statement involving the n terms. Okay, and what is mean by principle of mathematical induction is nothing but, so to check the validity of the given statement we are using some steps. Those steps, they are called principle of mathematical induction. Then what are the principle of mathematical induction? Or before that we will take one mathematical statement 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n. This is equal to what? n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Already you have studied this in the topic sequence and series. So this gives the sum of first n natural number, that is equal to what? n into n plus 1 divided by 2, and it is a true statement for all n belongs to capital N. For all n belongs to capital N, for each natural number this statement is true. But here we have to check whether this mathematical statement is true or false, because this statement having natural number or this statement having the nth term. So the given statement is right or wrong, we will check by using the principle of mathematical induction, or we will check the validity of this statement by the help of principle of mathematical induction. To prove whether this statement is true or false, we are using some steps, right? In step 1, what we will do? So write the given statement, as p of n and put n is equal to 1, right? So for any mathematical statement involving the nth terms, so we will prove those statements by using the principle of mathematical induction. In that we have to follow some steps. So in that first step is, for any mathematical statement involving the n terms, write the given statement as p of n and put n is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the step 1. And step 2, what we will do in step 2? Assume that P of n is also true for n is equal to k, right? Sometimes we will take n is equal to m, right? Either you have to use n is equal to k or n equal to m. So if it is true for n is equal to 1, if you take the value of n equal to 1, if you are getting LHS equal to RHS, then we will say that the given statement P of n is true for n equal to 1. Similarly, in a second step, instead of taking the value of n equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, we will take a general. In generally, we will replace the value of n is equal to k, or we will write like this. Assume that P of n is also true for n is equal to k, where k is either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. If it is true for n is equal to k, then we will go to the third step, right? So therefore, in step 3, to prove that, sorry, here I will take like this, to prove that P of n is also true for n is equal to k plus 1, right? So these are the steps involved in the principle of mathematical induction. In step 1, write the given statement as P of n and put n is equal to 1. After, in second step, we have to take, or we have to assume that P of n is true for n equal to k, right? Then in the third step, we have to prove that the given statement is also true for n is equal to k plus 1. Here n is a natural number. So here if it is true for n equal to k, suppose, or we are assuming that the statement is true for n equal to k, if it is true for n equal to k, then we must prove that it is also true for its next term, right? So these are the steps involved in principle of mathematical induction. Now by using all these 3 steps, we will prove some mathematical statement. And also here you should remember, if it is true for n equal to 1, n equal to k and n equal to k plus 1, then we have to conclude that the given statement is true for all the natural numbers, right? So conclusion, after writing this, we have to write the conclusion, right? So conclusion is, therefore P of n is true for all natural numbers belongs to for all small n belongs to capital N. So P of n is also true for all n belongs to capital N. Okay, so these are the steps. Now we will solve some of the mathematical statements involving n terms by using principle of mathematical induction. Okay, right. Okay, right, we'll start. So the first one is prove by principle of mathematical induction. Induction 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2, right? So they have given, this is the mathematical statement. We have to prove this mathematical statement by using the principle of mathematical induction. So we already know that mathematical induction is nothing but it is the process of proving the mathematical statements involving n terms. And we have to prove the mathematical statements, we have the 3 steps. So we will go by step, right? So step 1, here I will write step 1. What is step 1? Write the given statement. Write the given statement as P of n and put n is equal to 1. Okay, right. So here P of n, right? So P of n is nothing but what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to n. This is equal to what? N into n plus 1 divided by 2. I will call this as 1. Okay, right. Now what is the value of n? Put n is equal to 1. Okay, put n is equal to 1 means, so here the nth term is n. So if you take n is equal to 1, then here you are getting only first term. So therefore LHS. So what is LHS? So LHS is 1. Okay. Now we have to prove for RHS also. What is RHS? N into n plus 1 upon what? 2. Okay. Now we have to replace the value of n by 1. So 1 into 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So therefore 2 by 2. So therefore here you are getting 1. It means that, so for n is equal to 1, here you are getting LHS equal to RHS. It means that for the value of n equal to 1, it is true, right? Similarly, you have to take n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4 like that. Instead of taking n equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, we will assume that it is true for n equal to k, where k is any number more than 2. Okay. So therefore, so what is the answer? Here we will write LHS equal to RHS. So therefore P of n is true for n is equal to 1. Okay, right. Next we will go to the step 2, right? So step 2. So here what is the step 2? Assume that P of n is true for n is equal to k, right? Instead of taking 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, we have to check the given statement is true for n equal to k, or assume that it is true for n equal to k. So therefore, so in the place of n we have to write k, so hence it becomes P of k. Therefore this becomes 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to, what is the value of n? K. So therefore k is equal to k into k plus 1 divided by 2. Call this as 2. Okay, up to this second step is over. Okay, now I have to go for the third step, right? So here I will write here step 3, right? Step 3, right? So step 3 is, we have to prove that it is also true for n equal to k plus 1. N equal to k means where k is any number, we have to prove that this statement is also true for its next term also, right? So therefore, to prove that P of n is also true for n equal to k plus 1. N equal to k plus 1 means to prove that the given statement is also true for its next term. So for this I will take the help of equation number 2. So therefore here I will write, so from 2, right? From 2, what is 2? It is P of k is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3, right? Up to k is equal to k into k plus 1 divided by 2, right? Now we have to prove that this statement is also true for its next term. So for this, here it is nth term is k. The next term of this gives the k plus 1, right? So that term we have to add on both sides. So here otherwise, for better understand, here I will make one box. So in this box I will write the nth term. Nth term is what? K. Now we have to replace the value of k by its next term. The next term of k is k plus 1. So here next term of this gives the k plus 1. So therefore replace the value of k by k plus 1. So k plus 1 means it is the next term of k. So whatever we have written in this box, here replace the value of k by k plus 1. That term you should add on both sides. Here instead of k, if it is k square, then what you have to add? Just you have to replace the value of k by k plus 1. Hence it becomes k plus 1 whole square, right? We will see that in the next problem. So here while doing the third step, first you should write from 2. You have to write equation number 2. Then you have to write, here you should make one box. In this box just you should write the value of k. Now replace the value of k by k plus 1. That gives the next term of k. So therefore here I will write add k plus 1 on both sides, right? Add k plus 1 on both sides, and we have to simplify the remaining. So here instead of, if it is k is there, then here the last term is k, then here you are writing a p of k. Suppose if you are adding k plus 1, here it is k, after adding k plus 1, that becomes k plus 1, hence it becomes what? P of k plus 1. So therefore it becomes 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to k, right? Plus you are adding the term, that term is what? K plus 1. The same you have to add RHS also. So here what is RHS? K into k plus 1 divided by 2 plus k plus 1. Is it right? Now you have to simplify this one. After writing the final answer, you should have in the place of n, you should have n plus 1. N plus 1 means what is the value of n? K. In the place of n, you should have k plus 1. Okay. So therefore now I am adding k plus 1 on both sides. Here what is the LCM? Simplify this one. Here you should multiply 1, here you should multiply 2. So therefore hence it becomes k into k plus 1 plus 2 into what? K plus 1. 2 into k plus 1. So here k plus 1 is common. Take k plus 1 outside. So k plus 1. Then what is the remaining here? K. Here it is plus 2 divided by 2. Okay. So now here you got k plus 1 and here you got k plus 2. But we have to express this k plus 2 in terms of k plus 1. Because, so here what we are going to prove? Here in the place of n we should have k plus 1, because we are going to prove p of n is also true for n equal to k plus 1, means after simplification in the place of n you should have k plus 1. For that I will rearrange this one. So k plus 1 into k plus 2. K plus 2 how we will write? So k plus 1 plus 1 divided by what? 2. So therefore here you should observe in the place of n you have k plus 1. So therefore what is the conclusion? So therefore conclusion is, so p of n is true for all the natural number that belongs to n. For all the natural number that belongs to n, it means that it is true for n equal to 1, n equal to k, and also it is true for its next term, that is what? K plus 1. Okay. So while doing the third step, better you should take the help of equation number 2. For that here you should make one box. In that box you should write the k. Now you have to replace the value of k by k plus 1 and you have to simplify. After final answer should be in the place of n you should have k plus 1, like that you have to adjust. Okay, right. So this is for this. There is a 5 mark for your exam. So if you write step 1 and step 2, they will give 1 mark. For step 1 1 mark, step 2 1 mark. If you write the third step clearly, for step 3 you have the 3 mark, totally 1 plus 1 plus 3, that gives the 5 mark. Okay, right. Okay, the next question is second one. Prove by principle of mathematical induction 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square is equal to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Okay, right. So again it is a mathematical statement involving n term, then we can prove this by using mathematical induction. So therefore step 1, what is the step 1? Write the given statement as p of n and put n is equal to what? 1. Okay, so therefore this becomes p of n is equal to 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square is equal to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Call this as 1. Okay, now what is the value of n? So here the value of n equal to 1. N equal to 1 means here it is n square. So what is the nth term? N square. So for this, here we should take the first term only. So therefore what is LHS? So LHS is 1 square. 1 square is nothing but what? 1. Now to take RHS. What is RHS? N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Now replace the value of n by what? 1. Hence 1 into 1 plus 1 into 2 into 1 plus 1 divided by 6. Okay, so clearly here we are getting 2 into 3 divided by 6. 6 upon 6 is equal to what? 1. So therefore what is the answer? So LHS equal to what? RHS. So here also you are getting 1, here also you are getting 1. So therefore you should write p of n is true for what? N is equal to 1. If it is true for n equal to 1, we have to go to the n equal to k. So therefore step 2, right? Step 2 is, right, assume that p of n is true for what? N equal to k. Now replace the value of n by k. If it is true for n equal to k, then we must prove that it is also true for its next term, that is k plus 1. So for this, here p of k, that becomes what? 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to k square is equal to, in the place of k, in the place of n you should take k. So hence it is k into k plus 1 into 2k plus 1 divided by 6. Call this as equation number 2. Okay, right. Now we have to prove that it is also true for n equal to k plus 1. So step 3 is to prove that p of n is also true for what? N equal to k plus 1. K plus 1 means next term of this one, right? So therefore for this, here we should take the help of 2 from 2. What is 2? P of k is equal to 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to what? K square. This is equal to what? K into k plus 1 into 2k plus 1 divided by 6, right? So to prove it is true for n equal to k plus 1, we should add some term. That term is next term of this one. For this, For every problem here you should make one box, right? Then it is very easy to write the next term. For this here you should write nth term, that is k square. Now you have to replace the value of k by k plus 1. Then what it becomes? So k plus 1 whole square, right? So in the previous problem here it is k. In the place of k you have taken k plus 1. So in this problem here it is k square. First you should write k square. Now replace the value of k by k plus 1. Then here you are getting k plus 1 whole square. This is next term of k square. So that is k plus 1 whole square term. So therefore that term here you should add k plus 1 whole square on both sides. Okay. So here what you are getting, hence it becomes what? P of k plus 1, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to what? K square. Now you are adding that term is k plus 1 whole square. The same term you should add for RHS also. So therefore here it is k into k plus 1 into 2k plus 1 upon 6, plus you are adding that term is k plus 1 whole square. Here it is 1. ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಏನೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? 1 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ನಾವು ಎಲ್ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎನ್ನದ ಜಾಗದಾಗ ಏನು ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಲ್ ಸಿ ಎಮ್? ಎಲ್ ಸಿ ಎಮ್ ಈಸ್ 6. Here you should multiply 1, here you should multiply 6. So hence it becomes k into k plus 1 into 2k plus 1 plus 6 into k plus 1 whole square. Other right. Here k plus 1 is there, k plus 1 is there. Take k plus 1 whole square common. Take k plus 1 whole square common. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ k plus 1 ಅದ. Here it is k plus 1. Here one more k plus 1. Take k plus 1 whole square. Sorry, k plus 1. K plus 1 upon what? 6. So here what is the remaining here? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತದ? k. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2k plus 1 ಉಳಿತದ. Plus 6 into what? k plus 1. Because already k plus 1 whole square 2 are there. Out of 2 you are taken 1 outside. And the remaining is only this one only. Now you have to simplify this one, right? So k plus 1 upon 6 as it is. So here it is, multiply this one, 2k square plus k plus 6k plus 6, right? So it is a simple multiplication. Now what you will do? So I will write k plus 1 upon 6 as it is. Okay, right? So here it is 2k square as it is, 2k square plus what? 7k plus 6, right? Now here it is a quadratic equation, right? So you already know that how to solve the quadratic equation. So here it is 2k square plus 7k plus 6 is there. Idu 2 into 6 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 12, multiply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 12 ಬರಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರಬೇಕು ರೀ? 7. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸಪರೇಟಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ರೀ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ರೇಟಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. After solving whatever the answer that will come, directly I will write here. Okay, right? So ಏನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? 2k square plus 7k plus 6. So what are the two factors? Multiply ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರಬೇಕು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? 12 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರಬೇಕು ರೀ? 7. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತೇನೆ ರೀ? ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸನ್ನು ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೇನೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್? 4 into 3. 2k square plus 4k plus 3k plus 6. ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ 2k ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್? k plus 2 plus 3 ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್, k plus 2. ಹೌದಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಇದು? k plus 2 into 2k plus 3. ಹೌದಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ this quadratic equation? 2k square plus 7k plus 6. They are k plus 2 into 2k plus 3. Instead of solving all these steps here, I have written here separately. Now directly I will write the factors of this quadratic equation here. ಹೌದಾ ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇದು k plus 1 divided by 6. So what are the factors? So 2k, so here it is, sorry, here it is k plus 2 into what? 2k plus 3. ಹೌದಾ ರೈಟ್. Now I have to adjust these terms. In the place of n I should get k plus 1. ಹೌದಾ. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ k plus 2 ಅದ, k plus 2 ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು? k plus 1 plus 1 ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟದ? 2k plus 3 ಅದ. ದಿಸ್ 2k plus 3 ಹೌ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇದು k plus 1 ಅದ, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು? k plus 1 plus 1. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೋದು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ನೋಡ್ರಿ 2 ಇಂಟು k plus 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರಿತೀರಿ? 2 ಬರಿಬೋದ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. this 2k plus 3 here I have written like this, 2 into k, ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 2k plus 2, sorry here I should write 1. ಹೌದಾ ನೋಡ್ರಿ 2k plus 2 plus 1 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 2k plus 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಬರೋದು ಬಿಡ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು k plus 1 ಇಂಟು k plus 1 plus 1 into 2 into k plus 1 plus 1 divided by how much? 6, right? So here to compare this with this, in the place of n here we have k plus 1, in the place of n we have k plus 1 plus 1, and in the place of n we have 2 into k plus 1 plus 1. So therefore it is true for n equal to 1, n equal to k, n equal to k plus 1. It means that it is true for all the natural numbers. Okay, so while third step you have to simplify carefully, take the LCM, addition, subtraction, multiplication, solving the quadratic equation. Otherwise if you are doing the mistakes then you are getting the wrong answer. Okay, we'll go to the next question. I will take one more. So for every problem the same steps we have to follow, but simplification is different for third step. Okay, so here I will take one more problem, right? So that is, instead of square here I will take 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube up to n cube here I will take. So this gives the what? This gives the n square into n plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Prove this by mathematical induction. And already you have studied this in sequence and series topic. So this is the sum of cubes of first n natural number. Okay, right. So here you will go to the solving. Write the given statement as p of n and put n equal to 1. Hence it becomes what? 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube up to what? n cube. This is equal to what? So clearly it is a n square into n plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Call this as 1, right? Now take n is equal to 1. n equal to 1 means last term is n cube. Then what about first term? That is LHS is equal to 1 cube, that gives the 1. Then what about RHS? RHS is equal to n square into n plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Now you are replacing the value of n by what? 1, hence it is 1 square into 1 plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Hence it becomes 1 into 2 square. 2 square means 4, 4 by 4 means what? 1. Okay, so here also 1, here also 1. So therefore clearly LHS equal to what? RHS. So P of n is true for n is equal to 1. If it is true for n equal to 1, we should assume the given statement is also true for n equal to k. So therefore assume that P of n is true for n equal to k. Hence it becomes what? P of k is equal to 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube up to k cube. This gives the k square into k plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Call this as 2. Okay, right. Step 3, to prove that P of n is also true for n equal to k plus 1. For this I already told that take the help of 2. So therefore what is 2? P of k is equal to 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, right? So up to what? K cube. This is equal to what? Sorry, here this is equal to k square into k plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Okay, so third step is important. We have to add. Which term we have to add? That is the confusion. For this, here you should make the box, right? So in this box you have to take, this is a k cube is there, I will write k cube. Now in the place of k you should take k plus 1, hence what it becomes? K plus 1 whole cube, right? So therefore we should add this term. So therefore here I will write add k plus 1 whole cube on both sides. So hence it becomes what? P of k plus 1 such that 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube up to k cube, plus you are adding this term, that is k plus 1 whole cube. So that is k square into k plus 1 whole square divided by 4, and here you are adding the term, that term is what? K plus 1 whole cube. Here it is 1. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಏನು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ 1. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡತ್ತೇವೆ? ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಹೋಲ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ nth ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? k plus 1, k square, k plus 1 whole square, k cube, k plus 1 whole cube. Now you have to simplify this one, right? So simplification, what is the LCM? 4. Here you should multiply 1. So what is the remaining? K square into k plus 1 whole square, plus here you should multiply 4, here you should multiply 1. So therefore 4 into k plus 1 whole cube. Okay, right? Now you have to take some terms as a common. K plus 1 whole square, k plus 1 whole cube is there. Out of cube you have to take 2 outside. So then what is the remaining here? K plus 1 whole square. Now the remaining here k square plus what about this? 4 into k plus 1, right? 4 as it is, k plus 1, and this divided by what? 4, right? Or divided by 4 here I will write, right? Okay. Now multiply this one. So what you are getting? K plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Here it is k square. Multiply this one, 4k plus 4. 4k plus 1. Now here you should observe. Here you should observe. So I already told that. So here, or better here only I will solve. Look. So here what we will write like write this one. So here we will write like this, k plus 1 whole square divided by 4, k square as it is, here it is 4 is there, 4 here I will write like this, 2 square, this 4k I will write 2 into 2k, whether it is right or wrong. So you see here it is a quadratic equation. Now I want to find the factors of that quadratic equation. So instead of finding those factors, I have rearranged these like this, k square, here 4, here I have written 2 square, 4k here I have written 2 into 2k. Why I have written like this? Because here it is a square plus b square plus 2ab. You already know that the formula of a square plus b square plus 2ab, that use the a plus b whole square. So therefore here I will write this k plus 1 whole square divided by 4 as it is, here k plus 2 whole square. Whether is it right or wrong? Right? If you take k plus 2 whole square, then you are getting the same, k square plus 2 square plus 2 into 2k. Okay, right? So this is the factor of this quadratic equation, repeated factor here we are getting. So here what I told, in the place of n you should have k plus 1. So here it is already k plus 1 whole square is there, but here it is k plus 2 is there. K plus 2 will write k plus 1 plus 1. So therefore this becomes what? K plus 1 whole square into k plus 1 plus 1 whole square divided by 4. Therefore what is the final conclusion? Here you should write P of n is true for all the natural numbers. Okay, so up to this, and in the next class we'll solve the remaining exercise problems. Thank you.